All right, in this third video, we're going to talk about another principle that's really important to be consistent with your delivery and with your command in terms of where you locate your pitches. This is the idea of having equal and opposite arm angles with your front arm and your throwing arm. Your throwing arm, the arm angle with which you throw and the throwing slot that you have is natural, and you never want to change that. What you want to make sure you do is you want to make sure you match up your front arm with however your back arm looks when your front foot lands. So if we get Roger Clemens through his delivery as he breaks his arms and he gets out to his stride, when his front foot lands right here, what you're going to want to make sure that you do as a pitcher, and it's not going to necessarily look like Clemens, but you're going to want to make sure that you have equal and opposite angles with your arms. So basically, we can draw a straight line from elbow to elbow here with Clemens, and his elbows are equally matched up. But more importantly, the angle that he creates from shoulder to elbow and elbow to wrist on his front arm, glove arm, is going to be matched up with the angle that he creates with his throwing arm. So you can see here, throwing arm is set up like this. In this position, glove arm is going to be set up like this. Same types of angles, they're equal and opposite angles. And if you look at it from a front view, same thing, you can see those elbows are evenly matched up. The angle that he's creating with both arms is similar. And so when that front foot strikes, we want this lead arm to match up what we're doing with our back arm. We want to be in a firm position with our front arm, glove out over knee, to make sure that we're successful. Just to give you a picture of what we're talking about, it's going to look different with every pitcher depending on what their arm slot is. Tom Glavine here, we'll go ahead and pull him up from two different angles, and we'll get him into his foot strike position. When his front foot hits the ground, you can see here the angles that he's created are very similar. So throwing arm, you can see he's got this angle going here. Glove arm here, glove out over his knee. You can see those elbows are matched up. Straight line from elbow to elbow when his front foot lands. Equal and opposite angles. He's mirroring what he's doing with his glove and his throwing arm. Randy Johnson's another example. Go ahead and pull him up. And really, like I said, any pro pitcher that's successful is going to do this. Randy Johnson, when he gets into foot strike, you can see here how the elbows are evenly lined up. And you can see the angles that he's created with his arms. Front arm angle, gloves out over his knee, throwing arm angle. So that's the idea as a pitcher. Get that glove out over your knee, firm glove, create equal angles, make sure your glove side arm is matched up and mirroring what your throwing arm is doing to create that consistency.